Hello there everyone and welcome back to Empire Total War with Imperial Destroyer mod. Last time around we had the Battle of the Bloody Hill. A bloody hill indeed. I can't remember, but it looks like this knob right over here. Maybe that's not the right word to use for that, but that's the hill we fought on, and it's blood-stained for sure. Since then, the Mughal Empire has actually retreated off to here to kind of reorganize the force about Nagpur, as they're recuperating for the losses at the Bloody Hill and then also the loss of Hyderabad. As the Mughals decided to move back through here and not pursue us, as they did have a fresh army ready to chase us away, I'm gonna take Comstock, the guy that won the Battle of the Knob Hill, Comstock. He's gonna march over and join the second army, and we're gonna try and set up here before we go further. Gonna go ahead and recruit an extra soldier there, something that I missed. Right, so in the last episode as well, I kind of theorized, now that I got kind of a flank against Portugal, what if Portugal declared war on me, as I was tied down fighting the Mughals? It's happened quite a few times in this series, where I've just said something and then it happens almost right after. It's almost like the AI is listening to me, taking my advice. So Portugal did actually declare war on me. However, as far as I can see, no armies have advanced here in India, where we actually have a border with them. And the reason why is because they're not here. I probably think that there's not a single Portuguese soldier left in their Indian colonies. And you wonder then, what have they done? Have they moved and attacked your home provinces? My European possessions? No! Well, then we have to go to America, don't we? And we go to the colonies, the Caribbean, and aha! Here we have the Portuguese. So, we got full stack here, we got another one on this ship, and then over here we've got a third one. And if we take a look at this stack right here, we note that there's quite a few sepoys on this in this army. Quite a few of them. So where could they have come from? Obviously, they have come from India. And then, if we check the army here, it doesn't have any sepoys, but it does have a company infantry, which is their the Portuguese East India Company. And then for the third fleet, I think this one has Native Indian Cavalry, East India Company, and sepoys. So they've brought, more or less what it seems like, every single soldier they had in India brought to attack Martinique. I don't know why everyone's attacking that. The Spanish went ahead and attacked that when they declared war on me. So there's something about these islands. Maybe there's a secret treasure or something, a secret pirate treasure. Also the note here, I noticed, I think we noticed this before, but Portugal has managed to take Gibraltar, which seems rather an odd thing. Okay, we've got French fleet. We've got Barbary State. I should check the map more often. What if I take Sardinia? Could create our own, or just let them revolt. They create their own kingdom if there's possible. Or I give it to someone else just so I can get ports to trade with. Who knows? Anyways, what we need to do is we need to stop these Portuguese. So, if you remember as well from last episode, I was theorizing about, or I was planning, I wasn't theorizing, it wasn't theory, I was going to invade and retake Dutch Guiana, which we lost about 50 years ago. But, as we've got more pressing issues, I am sending my forces, loading them up on this ship, and we're gonna bring them to Martinique instead to repel the Portuguese. We're gonna go back here. Definitely gonna need some troops to hold down this province. Wait, why is the upper class so unhappy compared to the lower class? Huh. Is that happening elsewhere? Yes, it is. Odd. That must be a fluke. Why is that? I imagine some kind of bug because it doesn't actually show up here. Or anywhere else. Interesting. Anyways, this kind of side quest for us to deal with the Portuguese will smite their invasion force. I imagine I can defeat this one, then move into the fort to recover and wait for the rest of the forces to attack. I should also see about this force, which is recovering. See if I can bring that one through ships and kick out the Portuguese if necessary. The Spanish force that was up here has disappeared, so I don't know where that one went. With all of this, we, as I landed not on the port, but on the island here, we cannot move, as the entire turn will be taken up by them landing on the island. So, we'll end turn, we'll go ahead and kill them, and we'll see what happens next. And here we are, back after the end turn, and the Portuguese landed a second force. I realized that outnumbered like that, it's probably best to take shelter within the fort instead. But of course, their interception range, I'm well within it, so they went ahead and intercepted me. So we're looking at about 9,500 men against my 4,800. So they're about almost twice the numbers of me. The thing that I'm really worried about is the cannons. They have 3 howitzers to my 1 howitzer. That is going to do a lot of damage. Also, cavalry is really strong. With all these dragoons that they have. So it's gonna be a tough fight. But enough talking, more raiding. Let's kick these Portuguese back to India or just back into the sea. And there we are. As we can see, the battlefield is quite flat. We spawn very close to each other, as we can see. Which could be a problem, depending on where they put the howitzers. I'm thinking, because the first army is just so much cavalry, I'm gonna move in behind the town, which kind of sits here on the left side of the enemy's field. And any kind of mass cavalry attack has to go through the town, is going to be broken up and easily stopped by my troops. The momentum will be broken up and we'll be able to fire upon them as they try to go through. So that's kind of my plan. I don't think the bombs are going to be very useful, but I've deployed them in the flank here just in case. I'm not sure exactly how we'll play this, more than what I've said, so let's just get on with it, shall we? Okay, so let's see, we've got enemy mortars. Here's the howitzer. There's supposed to be a second one. A second one is over there. Tons of cavalry. They've set the cavalry out there in the open. So I kind of broke my plan of breaking up the cavalry attacks. Given their position, I'm gonna set... it might be dangerous to set my spikes here. But I'm thinking we need to protect... mostly kind of protect the flank. We'll actually set double spikes. There's a lot of cavalry. I have a pretty good high hill here for my cannons. But the howitzers... I was gonna think about moving them closer, but now when I think about it, that's not what I'm gonna do. Okay, Waldeck infantry, I'm gonna send them into the line. Let's see, pulling these guys back. Grenadiers and the Jacobites gonna be reserves. It looks like they're gonna do a line just against us. So they're not gonna kind of throw themselves at us and attack. I'm gonna keep back for now. Okay, spikes deployed. Okay, now the cavalry is actually attacking. Just as all my spikes are set up. Perfect timing. Let's get the cannons deployed and my Jaegers pulled to safety. The Jacobite Scots just fired into the back of the Swiss regiment, killing about 80 of them. That wasn't that great. Grenadiers, hold your fire. Jaegers, these Jaegers got shot, lost about 50 men. That's not too great either. Let's see if we can get Jaegers to the flank. We are getting hit, but it's by the mortar, so it's not firing explosive shot. Not very, what's it called? It's not killing very many people. Otherwise, it looks like my plan has worked. It isn't the town that's breaking it up. It's the spikes. And they're riding onto them like it was free candy. The lines are holding. Cannons are firing above my troops into this mess. Everything's going pretty nicely. I'm gonna specifically target this. Heavy concentration of cavalry attacking here, but I do have Grenadiers backing it up. Oh, more Dragoons. Gonna set the Jaegers to fire at will at that end. And it seems like the enemy army is more focused on that side. My cavalry should be deployed to support that side then. It's a super mess going on. I'll pull this one slightly back just so it can fire to support these. But otherwise, this looks pretty good. Enemy general's bodyguard coming in. Getting fired upon. As long as he stays out there, we should be fine. That's not too good, especially it looks like this one's about to fire. Yep. Stupid cavalry causing tons of problem. I'm gonna charge in my cavalry and we're gonna try and reorganize this unit. Got massive enemy formation of infantry, which I'm not quite worried about. Especially since we haven't been able to, you know what? Dispel the infantry. I'm gonna pull this one away. I'm gonna tell the Scots to fire at will. And hopefully shoot down as many of the enemy cavalry and not as much of the unit. And we're gonna try something similar over on this side. Here I should actually be able to... oh, it's my own unit in front. We kind of need to pull the troops over on that side back. just given the amount of... Oh shit, I just shot down tons of my own cavalry. Get the cavalry over to the flank. Let's see, now the troops here aren't doing anything as the entire... Ooh, look at these lines. That must be cannon shots bouncing through. Okay, the enemy looks to be going into town. They're setting up around town now. Huh. I'm gonna recall a lot of troops off from the flank. As soon as this guy sets up, we should be able to destroy that dragoon. And it would be high time to reorganize to try and attack this. We absolutely destroy... Oh, I completely forgot about the garrison troops that came in. So I gather that the fort troops, I don't know where they came in from, but somewhere around this area. And also we note that the secondary Portuguese army is coming in from over there. That one is the one that is infantry heavy. Okay, so we've blasted the first army to bits and forced them to retreat into town. Now we actually have the possibility of enacting my original plan, which was to use the town to break up the enemy's attack. So if I move my army now closer to this area, then the second Portuguese army is going to have to come through here. So we're going to start moving all these troops. I mean, so quickly, within 9 minutes or so, we kind of crippled the Portuguese army. I'm gonna start moving these guys up. The cannons need to be moved. Shit, my general is about to get assassinated by stupid dragoons. How do they keep doing that? They keep coming up behind me, trying to assassinate my general. I've never seen something like it. It's happened multiple times now. I mean, one time is more than... Oh, you're hidden? This guy could be I mean, there's not a lot of them left, but they could be useful later on. It's a secret that we'll use later. This house was turned down? Let's take stock of the units we have left. Our cavalry is successful. We didn't even lose anyone fighting the Portuguese over there, so that's brilliant. I think we'll have the Jaegers get in front here, start skirmishing with the troops inside. Then we'll take the larger regiments. Let's take Waldeck. Let's take this Dutch line infantry and this one. These three to hold the main kind of advance here. Something like that. Then we have the Grenadiers and the Scots in reserve. And then the rest of the regiments, which should be these three, should move on to the flank. I can see cavalry moving out there, so we need to be preparing for that. They're firing on my cannons. The 12-pounders should get up here on the high ground, and the howitzers should follow. Okay, let's see. Everyone's moving to the correct positions. I think cavalry is probably needed more towards the center to protect there. Jaegers doing good work. And we're repelling troops that are coming out from town. We've got massive amount of reinforcement troops coming in that way. Problem could be here in the flank. Just because it's such an abrupt flank that they could sit as they are right now and shoot up the flank, which could turn very nasty very quickly. You know what, rather than send the howitzer all the way over to that area, we should have it somewhere around here to cover more of this area as we move forward. I mean, most of the enemies are going to come from somewhere around there, aren't they? So let's move them something like that. Got this nice stone wall to hide these troops behind. And I think what we'll do is I'll actually turn this one like that. And then these two will actually gain ground towards the enemy. I want the 12-pounders up on the high ground here. That also means that I want to repel the enemy from that area. The howitzer needs to be set pretty darn soon, because a lot of these dragoons are causing trouble for us. Yeah, now when I think about it, I was so scared about all the artillery. They haven't really fired a proper shot as of yet. Like their howitzers. That was my main concern with the battle, and so far they seem to be bypassing the town, so I'm not getting the kind of battle that I kind of wanted, which was... I still have room though to move off more of the flanks. Looks like the cavalry here is going to ride straight into all these spikes, and I don't have to worry about them as much. Losing almost a third of their unit in the process. Might even ride onto the bomb on their way out. Yes, they did! God. Okay. Cannons set up. Jaegers advance. And these troops should advance with them. Plenty of fighting going on out here. Howitzers should be firing on troop concentrations rather than on enemy cannons. Currently there's such an attack going on this side. Both of these units will be moved to be in support. The horse will be moved to the flank. And it looks good right now. It looks good. I could pivot more of my army through here. I should get the horse guards then. Ride through and kill a lot of cannons in the back here and stuff. And then I could get more of my army. Oh shit. My howitzer is blasting that front line to pieces. And we're getting heavy onset by that cavalry. I'm gonna move these two back. And then I'm gonna have these two other units open fire as they retreat. So we're gonna have the Scots and the Grenadiers open fire and hopefully repel the enemy. And then you will be moved to the flank to aid killing the cavalry over there. Why aren't the Scots firing? You had plenty of time to, or you were happy as could be firing on my own troops. I need to redirect that. I'm pretty sure they were still firing on this, and that would have been quite devastating if they'd if we had allowed them to continue to fire there. Getting these units behind line. Let's see.
Oh, cannons and shit are moving over here. I'm gonna tell the artillery to hold fire while the horse guard is now gonna make their way to kill off whatever crap they have over there. Okay, they're continuously firing on this, pushing them away. I'm gonna push these two forward now. Maybe we could try and destroy this. Let's see if we can shoot them off. Right. Kill off the cannons. Let's see. It's kind of a slight lull in the battle. Works out just fine for me. They have taken position behind the walls. Huh. Oh. Oh yeah, I ordered them to shoot down the general. That's what they were doing. Haven't you destroyed them already? Okay, so you didn't even kill the bloody mortar. Or you killed one of the howitzer units. Now I want to kill the bloody mortar. Right, Jaegers open fire again. Cannons. Fire in towards the town. Hit some of the units in there. Okay, the cavalry was finally sent off over there. I have some smaller units, but as long as the enemy has lots of cannons, I don't want to send troops into houses just to have them completely annihilated. Let's see. Have they deployed? Oh, they have their 2 batteries over there. The other batteries have been attacked by my cavalry and more or less destroyed. So I think it would be safe now to at least take some houses. We've got that barn right there looking very susceptible to a small garrison force. Blasting this town to bits. I need to get my cavalry out of there. They've done their job. So I want you out of the town. Quite the mess going on in town. Let's see. No idea pushing at the wall just now. They've actually taken up a lot of walls. They're trying to kind of reform. God damn it, just do as I tell you and leave. You're not doing anything good. You're only losing troops. You've lost about half strength. You're not that useful right now. Okay, we've taken the barn. This prompted the militia to move forward. I'm gonna move you out, and we're gonna get flank there, and I'm gonna retarget the howitzer on that. My 12-pounders will attack the sepoys. Okay, the enemy cavalry regiment followed us. But the Jaegers are doing good work to shoot them down. Let's see, this unit quite quickly with superior firepower from 3 regiments, plus some shots from the barn, sent them away. Now they're in ranging shot the line. Is my cavalry winning? Combat losing just slightly, but I think it will be leveled by the Jaegers aiding out, shooting quite a few of them. What a mess! I wouldn't want to live in this town, but maybe there's no surprise, and the occupants of this town should probably have expected this, since there's almost as many troops on the island as there are people living on it. Finally, the enemy cavalry has relented and is being pushed back, but the horse guard unit has lost so much of its capacity that it's not really going to be used. Looks like their cannons, they have deployed the cannons, but they're firing it all over the place. Need to get back behind the wall lest we get destroyed. Looks like more or less all the troops in town have been forced out. Let's target the unit holding that wall, and then maybe I can take it. And all the other troops have been sent off. Let's fire on that. No secret assassins behind us. Jaegers are firing all the way out here, hitting the Portuguese militia. And then the Sepoy regiment is getting hit. I guess it would be better if I specifically target an area like that around the flag. I mean, the wall isn't protecting them that well. Let's push the Scots up there and then push the Grenadiers into town like that. Looks like we have the last part of the battle coming to fruition, as regiments are being pushed into the back of the village. It looks to be moving towards kind of this area before making their attack. Let's switch out the cavalries. So this one moved over here while the other one takes its position. So as the Grenadiers take position here, they will be firing. Not all of them, but quite a few will be firing up through the side where they're not protected by the wall. And eventually they'll realize they have to give up that position. More and more units turning up over here. And we've fired quite a bit. I've seen quite a few shots hitting the church. I'm concerned we're gonna tear it down. Not that it matters, everyone's Catholic anyways. Which is such a stupid bug that we promote Catholicism in our own country. Here's some bigger regiments, Portuguese militia. Maybe I should tear down the church just to open up lines of fire. Maybe I should be moving more into town. We've got another barn over there for this small unit, but the thing is, we still of course have these two. If they didn't have the dragoons to protect them, I could send in the hidden little militia, what's left of it. So the Scots are firing on these. I wish to push through here. We got this unit coming a little bit too close. I'm gonna target that. Jaegers push forward. Got the cavalry regiment coming in. Let's take a look. It's the Swiss infantry, lost a lot. They'll set up here for now, but I might just push them into one of the buildings up ahead. Then one regiment there, one regiment over here. Dutch line infantry in support in the back. Jaegers on the side. Let's do this. Okay, so Portuguese regiment trying to move forward in among the houses. Ah, they've now realized that position is not very useful. I'm gonna actually push out the Scots, and we're gonna completely destroy them and send them off. My howitzer shots don't seem to be hitting that, so let's fire on something that we can hit. Yeah, they have to fire above this building. It's a difficult shot to calculate for sure. Ooh, this one's in a kind of in a square. That's gonna mean tons of casualties. Perfect target. Damn, shots! Why the howitzer seem to have targeted the church? That church has taken a lot of beating. Kind of dangerous how many lines they're drawing up here. Ready to push fire onto us. However, we will be pushing troops through here soon, freeing up a lot of troops there. Pushing a lot more towards the center. What if I push you out? Oh, we tore... Yeah, that house was torn down. Oh, the church just went down as well. And that little barn. I couldn't see for all the smoke. Let's move this regiment forward. Get this one a little bit better angle. I was about to move these, but shoot down that bodyguard instead. Okay, they are gone. The Jacobites will move up, take the wall. Dutch line infantry, take this position. Grenadier regiment will set up there, and then the Swiss will kind of hang back. Okay, enemy general got shot down, good. Jaegers will now advance. Sit on the edge there. Given the range, they should be able to fire all the way up here if they can. We've torn down even more houses. I didn't even realize. Another house there and one there. I mean, I guess it wasn't that great of an idea to fight in town, because right now we're completely tearing it down. I'm gonna send these guys to take out them before they create too much damage in the flank. It's not really necessary for this one to be in the house anymore. Oh, forgot to tell you to fire at will. Absolutely destroying our enemies here. They're pushing so many troops through there. I could sneak the Swiss around and just get them in the building. Could be dangerous. And this one to take this building. While these... The thing is, if I target this one with a howitzer, it could just turn the house down. We've already tear down so many houses. There's like no buildings left in this part of the town. Probably need to advance a little bit here. Get better angles to fire at. Force more of these regiments back. Have the opportunity to ride a lot of these down. Hold your fire for now, as cavalry is going in. Chase this one, and then both of you will advance, while you will be set to take that house, and howitzer will be targeting that. You'll move forward. You'll move forward. You will move forward. And then the cavalry will see about taking out as many of the retreating troops as possible. Jaegers forward. That's not even close to what I'm telling you to target. The howitzer is supposed to target this. Oh, now my cavalry is almost hit by that. Pull back. Oh, I got troops into the house. Being able to fire onto the sepoys. Position of the Jacobites is not that great though. In this one, we're having a hard time hitting it with the howitzers. Just forcing it back. Get that one. It's not too bad. It's not too bad on the Jacobites. But still. We're pushing the enemy out of town. Yeah, a lot of these units are now wavering. Broken, exhausted, broken. Yeah. Let's conserve the energy of the cavalry. The last attack, the attack on the last remaining units over there is going to be difficult as it is. Okay, they're broken, they're retreating everywhere. We've got one rallying. There's nowhere he's going to get close to the rifles though. Oh, hold your fire. Yeah, those guys are done for. Okay, so what's left? Single unit out here. Rifles will deal with him. Got 100, so 150 sepoys retreating over here. We got the Portuguese firing on their own troops as they retreat. Well, not one step backwards. How do you say that in Portuguese? I actually, random. I was, where was I? No, I think I was in Italy. And in some kind of shop they were promoting Lord of the Rings, but it was the dubbed version. I can't believe the, dubbing. It sounds so god-awful, so I don't know why they insist on doing it. But it was that part when he stands on the bridge and he goes, "None," or like, "You shall not pass." But he said it in Italian. It did not at all have the same kind of power to it when he said it in Italian. Right. This regiment has been pushed away. The rifles tore them up. All that fire. It's gonna be nasty trying to advance through that, and they still have plenty of cavalry to defend the position. There's 2 batteries. This one I'll be able to send my cavalry in just straight in and get that one. The other one's gonna be a little bit more difficult. But I'm thinking I can create a distraction with the militia and have them tank quite a few of the shots. A tank just take them and die. And then as for the rest, we're gonna have to have the oh, 75. Yeah, you're not making the move. 125. No. At least 150. We're gonna have to spread the units out real thin. You know what? I'm gonna have to prepare this quite a while, so let's cut right here as I prepare. They realize the battle is over. We are victorious. Took me 40 minutes, 43 minutes to complete the battle. There's definitely not going to be any more in this video. Here's the result of the battle. We lost a lot of men, and I do realize here that we killed about 800 of our own, but if we look at it, we deployed around 5,000. We lost 2,800, leaving about 2,000 men left, while the enemy deployed 9,500, losing about 8,200, leaving only 1,200 men left after the battle. Highest kills goes to the howitzer, and maybe no surprise they get almost 1,000 kills, followed by the Jacobite Scots getting 845, Dutch line infantry at 800, Waldeck infantry going down to the devil to get the bloody power to kill 666, Jaegers being able to kill a lot, given how cheap they are, both in upkeep and recruitment. And given that I were able to score this many kills, they're, I mean, in comparison to what they cost, to how effective they can be, unbeatable. And as we go down, Militia, General's Bodyguard didn't do too well. Regiment of Horse, Swiss Infantry, Cavalry not doing too well, and so on. 12-pounder cannons and 24-pounder cannons didn't do that well, but they still managed to kill almost 4. I mean, comparatively in this list of kills, to do poorly, you have to do like 400 kill, less than 400 kills. So that's still pretty good. But that's a pretty darn nice victory, and I'm hoping both Portuguese units get destroyed, like that one right there, and the second one. Nice. 2 full stacks destroyed. It's going to cost me 8,000 to replenish the army. Luckily, I do have that kind of money. I'll be making 16 per turn until we reinforce. Second army is sure to land, but I think I have plenty troops to defend this area, especially within a fort. And then the second force is going to be destroyed as well. Anyways, we have to end it here because, I mean, that battle took forever. So the video will almost be an hour long at this point. But yes, as I always say, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye.